Hey everybody, and happy Saturday. So for today's news video, I'm actually pretty much just going to go over the Nintendo Mini Direct. So without further ado, let's get into this thing. So anyway, I'm going to talk about this from the couch because it's much easier to go through this huge list with the list in front of me rather than just going off my memory. Plus, Pippin gets to use his little pillow for it. Anywho, on to the Direct Mini. I think they're calling it a mini because not many big things were announced for Nintendo as far as like new Nintendo proprietary stuff. This was really a large third-party gathering of stuff. So going right through it, the first thing they jumped off with was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Now, you guys, if you've been watching the channel, you know I am a huge Xenoblade fan. I've really been looking forward to this Definitive Edition, and you'll see that they show the American Collector's Edition right here. Comes with a book and a cool slipcase. Now, the Nintendo Direct Mini that I watched originally on Thursday when it came out was the European one, and the European Collector's Edition looks like this. Yeah, much better. In fact, right now, a good friend of the channel and now a friend of mine, we're actually in talks. He's gonna try to hook me up with one. I mean, not give it to me, obviously, but help me get one, which is gonna be great because importing games from the UK is not easy, not easy at all. So, Dan, thanks for looking out. Anywho, on to the next. Then we had a huge thing happen from 2K Games. Kind of a weird decision though. They're releasing the Borderlands, kind of like a 1, 2, and I think the prequel, the BioShock collection, which if you haven't played BioShock 1 has one of the best twists in a game I've ever experienced. But they're also doing XCOM. The weird thing about all three of these, this wasn't said in the Direct, is actually after the fact, but they're all going to require pretty sizable downloads, which is a shame, but I mean, companies don't want to shell out for those big memory cards yet. But the weird thing to me is they all release on May 29th, all of them, which I didn't mention it, that's the same day Xenoblade comes out. But it's weird that 2K is just dropping all these games, all these huge collections on the same day. I mean, I feel like it would be a little bit wiser to space them out, maybe a month each or something, but who am I to say? It's their business. After that, though, we had some DLC for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm not going to talk much about this because I don't have or haven't really played this game. But it's the Shadow of Doom, so I guess it's going to have Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four are the main bit of it. But I mean, if you're a Marvel Alliance person, then good on you. Capcom dropped a game called Shinsekai Into the Depths. It actually was a Shadow Drop game, so it is also out now. But as you can see, it's kind of a side-scrolling undersea explorer. It used to be an Apple Arcade exclusive, but now it's on the Switch. Just dropped yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry, when the Direct happened. I don't know if I'm going to be jumping into this one, but I do like Capcom, so I'm glad that they're branching out and putting more stuff on the Switch. Now, between April 1 and 12, 2020, the next announcement was Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting their first seasonal event. Basically an Easter egg hunt type thing. Pretty cool. I mean, once again, Animal Crossing I ended up passing on, mainly because of time, really, and I haven't been into the series. I still definitely want to maybe go back and check it out, but we'll see what happens. After that, they showed off a launch trailer for a game called Good Job. It's like an environmental puzzle game, but the thing that really, it's not a game that I'm going to be getting, but a thing that really made me happy again is this game also shadow dropped with the announcement. So, if it's something that interests you, you get to jump right into it immediately. So that's always cool. Following that was, this has actually been rumored for a while, but Catherine Full Body Edition got announced. Catherine is a puzzle platformer. It was on last gen's systems originally, and I think they had a PS4 remake. Once again, it's a game I skipped on, but if you're interested in Catherine on your Switch, taking it with you, it's July 7th. And, puzzle games do really well portably, so I'm sure it's going to do very well on the Switch. Following that was something I really didn't expect, but the Ring Fit Adventure is getting an update. So Ring Fit is the workout game. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty nifty, but they're adding a rhythm game. Think like Dance Dance Revolution or Guitar Hero, except for you're now using the Ring Fit ring itself. And also the music is gonna be Nintendo music. They quoted Super Mario Odyssey and Splatoon 2 and more, whatever that means. But very interesting, a cool way to keep breathing life into this game. I know there are a lot of people who are using it, and to great effect, getting healthier. And with this whole Corona thing, probably a good time to have one since the gyms are closed. After that, King's Bounty 2 was shown. It's basically, the release date's 2020. It's a tactical RPG. Once again, I'm not a big tactical RPG guy, so this one did not really excite me too much, but I'm sure there are going to be plenty of people who are chomping at the bit to check this game out. Following that was, for me, the weakest announcement you could have had. The first Fighters of the Fighters Pass is going to be a character from ARMS, and the release date is June 2020. I forgot ARMS was a thing. I never bought ARMS. I'm never going to buy ARMS. I'm assuming they're doing this in conjunction with maybe some ARMS DLC or maybe an ARMS 2 announcement. But man, when you have such a limited amount of slots and so many people want so many things, it was one thing last time with another Fire Emblem character, but this time with an ARMS character? I mean, was anyone asking for ARMS? I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a huge ARMS community and I'm just oblivious to it, but I'm not really excited at all about that. Now, the next thing did excite me greatly, and that is the Bravely Default 2 basically got an actual trailer. They also shadow dropped a demo immediately on the eShop. The cool thing about this demo is they're doing the same thing as they did with Octopath, where if you are interested in giving feedback, they are welcoming it, and so you give some feedback on the game, and it's going to go, and they might do like Octopath and make a second demo, I'm not sure. But if you want to check out my take on it, I'll put the link up here. I will say one thing, even if you don't watch my video, a little TLDR, you're going to need to grind. I just tried to go check out the boss and got just obliterated. So definitely take a little time and grind in that game, maybe do the side quests. But other than that, it is pretty fun. If you like the originals, you're going to like this game. Now, the next thing that was announced, I haven't told my wife about this yet, but I feel like this is a game that she is going to want to get, and that is called Clubhouse Games, or it's 51 Classics. Its release date is June 5th, and basically it's like a bunch of board games that, that are... people love them, right? I mean, some that immediately stood out to me was Mancala. I'm a big Mancala fan, but really Backgammon. I know that's like such a grandpa game, but my mom and I played Backgammon my entire life. So I'm originally from Florida. A lot of hurricanes, a lot of times with no power. Backgammon was our game. I'm a big Backgammon fan. So, I don't know. It seems pretty cool, and it's going to have, you can use the touchscreen on it, and also you can do local and online play. So, if you're a big board game person, I'd definitely be looking out for that one. Following that, there's a rumor going around. I didn't bring it up in any of the past news videos because I'm always 50-50 on rumors, and this one I didn't really care about too much, but it's still interesting. And that is a new game is coming out from the creators of Splatoon, and it's going to be a free-to-play game called Ninjala. If Splatoon was a first-person shooter based on Paint, this is a online combat MOBA type thing based on ninjas and bubblegum. So, that's pretty much all I can say. You're looking at the trailer here. It looks interesting. It's going to be free to play, so I imagine microtransactions with cosmetics are going to be afoot. But, it's not something that really jumps out to me. I didn't really get Splatoon either. Not because it's a bad game or anything, just, at the time, it wasn't for me. I played the demo. I thought it was all right, but that was just it. So it's cool. It'll be out May 27th. I may check it out because it's free, but I'm on the fence. We'll find out. After that, they did show another shadow drop, an awesome shadow drop, and that is for Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. It's out now. It's has online multiplayer. I did hear that you can't play with your friends. I don't know why that is, but still, this was a cool game back in the day, and I'm really glad that it's out and shadow dropped immediately. But they also did announce coming soon, and if you've been watching Limited Run Games, you actually knew this was coming. But Star Wars Episode 1, the Pod Racer game for Nintendo 64, also got a little quickie little announce saying soon. That game is awesome. Say what you will about weird Star Wars games, like that's one of the ones that I really enjoyed growing up. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Now, this was a big one. Man, I'm so on the fence. I really want to get it right now, but I think I'm gonna wait because, well, let me just... Panzer Dragoon. I've been talking about Panzer Dragoon for a while, and not only did they show a lot of awesome gameplay, it was very easy for them to show that gameplay because the game shadow dropped. That's right, you can actually pick it up right now, Panzer Dragoon on the Switch. I think it's $35. It's a sweet game if you haven't played it. It's a short game. I mean, if you play it and you're decent at it, you're probably gonna beat it about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But in conjunction with this, if you don't know, Limited Run Games is actually doing a pre-order for it. Now that's different than usual. If you shop with Limited Runs, you can know that it's pretty annoying to be hovering over the mouse button exactly at 10 Eastern to try to get a game. This one's an open pre-order. It'll be open until April 24th. And there's 2 versions of the game, just a regular physical copy for $5 more, so $40. And then there's a long box edition with a Sega Saturn long box, and that's $60. And guess which one I pre-ordered? So I think I am going to wait for it to actually come out before I play it. I mean, I've been waiting this long. The game came out in 1999. You know, I could buy it digitally too, but I'm not cool enough to have a download code for free from Sega. Maybe one day, Sega, if you're watching, what's up? But no, I'm definitely probably going to wait till I get my physical copy in, but I definitely recommend if you're a collector to jump on that. It's an open pre-order though, so no rush, just make sure you're there before April 24th. Now, the last thing they showed was kind of another bummer in a way. I have this game, but I'm not getting the expansion pass. Basically, their big final thing was by the end of June, here's some more information on the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass. I liked the game all right. I definitely beat the game. I mean, 100%. Well, not 100% Pokedex, but I beat the game on all the extra scenarios. It was cool, but that was enough for me personally. The fact that they ended with this kind of solidifies this is a direct mini. You know, usually they end with some huge announcement, and there was no real big announcements for this direct, but that is to be expected. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the direct. They had a little sizzle reel. I'll probably show a little bit of that right now. The sizzle reel just had, you know, a few things. Elder Scrolls Blade, Warhammer 40,000, Burnout Paradise Remastered. That's kind of cool. You know, other than that, it's just you know, it was a pretty good direct mini. It was a definitely good time for me. I enjoyed watching it on my lunch break, and I'm also really glad they shadow dropped all those shadow drops for this specific one. It really made my week. So those are my thoughts on the direct. Definitely already pre-ordered some things, and definitely looking forward to others. So what do you guys think? Are any of these games exciting you? Do any of the release dates excite you or surprise you? Let me know in the comments below, and you know, man, I'm glad we got something finally. And that's going to do it for us today. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I do videos consistently twice a week, but recently it's been way more than that. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down if you feel any kind of way. And hey, as always, take it easy.